main things that you need. As what is going on down here, Teddy? Really? That I don't understand why he would ever really. Like, you have to nerf him so much with the kit that he has in order to just totally make him worthless. With
not the toaster.
Not the toaster. How about the refrigerator? Does that count? I mean, the microwave?
Maintain the lanes in certain states, but cameras just really panning around, and everyone's just sort of going blow for blow. Faker does get traded on. This definitely is a bit of an awkward team fight to end up taking right now. They need Kana's presence, but he's also very low on mana. Hold on, though.
Oh, boy. Just getting caught in the front by that stun. Was it the 200 IQ bait, though, as the TPs are going to make their way in? Kana's actually pretty low. He's going to get knocked up by the Silas as finally Fate's Call comes in there and saves the Taric. And at the end of the day, KT are going to win this first team fight in terms of health difference, as the Aatrox is just a little bit more effective with what he was able to do. And
that a Cloud Dragon is going to be the third one to spawn. So we take a look at the replay. Bono, he gets locked up, but eventually gets back inside the Tom Kench. And Kana's teleport positional, I mean, the choice of where he teleported on top of the ward is so bizarre because it's in the middle of everyone, and there's no way for T1 to follow up there.
Much of a difference, as now we're trying to bully so on Anonymous result. That's really unfortunate, as they're trying to chase down this Aatrox, and finally something is going to land. The chains comes in, and that should be enough to take it down. As Kuro just says, okay, I suppose I'll take a huge chunk away from this turret. Not very successful in either of those things, as the TP is going to come in. It looks like perhaps KT, with this Rift Herald, are going to look to take the mid-tier 1 and then go for it, as Faker is really looking for that play. Is going to hop back. Not quite able to do all that much damage, is aiming.
Very uncharacteristically, this now creates a pretty difficult situation for T1's team composition, because
it's just really peculiar when this is all going down.
Outside of the first blood, which happened super early on in the game, and so they don't call this league literally can't kill for nothing.
Yep. Just sitting back, relaxing.
Looking to raise this mid-tier 2 turret, and this might be a team fight.
Oh, okay, Cuz trying to steal that Emperor's Divide, as yet another Forge there is not going to land.
Kuro going into mid lane, trying to shove out the minion wave, force a small response by T1. Teddy now coming in on the right-hand side. Remember, he's the only one that can reliably deal damage. Okay, there's an ultimate.
Thomas Kench, still a champion.
And when T1 is, well, okay.
Yeah, finally a call to Forge God. This one is going to land on the 3 members. As you can see, a big knockup, but is it going to matter? The Cosmic Radiance getting the full channel time and denying a lot of damage, but still, the lineup here from KT is just so... It's got some really great sustain and ability to stop T1 from getting in there as long as they hold a tight wall. And Phalanx is now they're going for the Drake once again. Faker going to be knocked up here, and the smite is going to go the way of KT, as you do have the Drake and the Soul going the way of KT. Now on the chase here, they're looking for Kana. They should be able to pick this one up as our second real kill of the game at 25 minutes. And now after they do take down the Ornn, they have their sights set onto that Baron. Really doing damage. And so, let's see if that team fight is the one that does happen now, as the Baron is being taken down. Sohan has the angle, and T1 say, okay, you can have it. They're going to TP extremely late here. Kana He can get the knock-up. Okay, that's a really nice knock-up. Effort is going to get to the backline to get the aiming in that backline, but a bunch of healing comes in, and they're fine to just sacrifice their Tahm Kench. They absolutely could have lost a lot more in that one, but essentially everybody just able to...
Now going to try to attack the Baron indirectly by removing all the minion waves from the map, thus weakening the Baron power play that's going to come out by KT. I really thought KT were going to chase them into that corridor, but Kana with a 4-man Ornn ultimate, then getting a double knock-up on his E, aiming almost went down, but not quite. And then Faker just not able to really find any sort of a kill. Just the Zanyas, and okay, he did end up upgrading that, and I say that because you want the Death Crown for Faker. Effort almost loses his life. That's actually going to be a pretty big deal, as Elder is live.
It's really awkward timing to lose that big cooldown. We've said this before, if you just give away Elder, it's basically like giving away the game anyway, as they're going to find good old Effort there right in the front. No more Fate's Call to save him this time. Wishes he had that ability, as now into the back line does go Faker. Nice AoE with the knock-up, and a huge ultimate coming in from Cuz. But do they have the damage? It doesn't look like it with Teddy going down is the answer here, as Kuro is going to be able to take that big team fight. Now they say, forget about that Elder, let's push the mid lane.
Kuro has the smite available. I don't think there's no way. Unless Faker.
Oh, not going to be the case here. At the same time, 3-0-2 is Azir. As we will take another look here. Great ultimate with Lotto to set this all up and start the fight in KT's favor.
Well, replay, taking a look at this, and it was a great Shurima shuffle by Cuz. It was a 5-man at that, but the problem is all the resistances. No one on the team, except for Kalista, is going to deal any sort of reliable damage. Kana had to run for the hills. You can see Faker trying to go in and get in on Kuro.
And they absolutely need to have that big boost to come in here very soon. So with the Elder available and with the Baron on the map, there's no way that T1 are going to get close to this objective. You see Faker is just side laning. Would love to hit level 18 plus Death Crown here. As the push is on with the Baron, with the Elder. KT just super strong, of course. Going to be able to pick up the inhibitor here, no problem. Easy peasy. And the push will not end.
Yeah, and they want to grab the minions in from mid lane, and now they're pushing on. One of the Nexus turrets has fallen. 15 seconds on the Elder. This is so unfortunate for T1. They're trying to hang on 10 seconds until that buff dissipates, and it's so important that it does dissipate before the fight actually breaks out. If T1 can manage to hang on, that's going to be their best.
Well, they're going to go in. They have a lot of knockups coming in there, because immediately is just going to get burst down. Take a look at Teddy up on the top side. The answer will be no. Given to him by KT. KT will dominate T1 here in game number 1.
This isn't measured by the CS deficit. It's more so how close can Faker manage to stay to Kuro in CS, and how long can he manage to also stay inside of his lane, as they're looking to dive him.
This might just work. Faker flashing back under the turret, but that just leaves him to be a sitting duck.
Nice decision. He tries to flash down, trying to play a mind game, because if Taric and Jarvan try to follow and they blunder, it ends up actually working out for him pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad decision at all. I think he was really left with not many choices, to be honest. So enabling Tucson to come out of there, as now Bono is going to find Cuz. But it is, of course, the Olaf, as Kana is going to come down here from the top side already. The Red Smite coming in, the flash into trying to deny Bono over the wall, but here comes Faker with the flash from Cuz. That should be the kill, and it will actually go over to Faker as well. So he gets one back for himself.
After the early game fiascos, as Effort looking like he wants to make another play here on Alistar. Not going to be able to. He did have his ultimate available and the Aftershock, but the angle just not quite that good, especially considering aiming has the flash and the barrier available. Ultimate comes out, although a little premature.
It does seem. It's definitely a little bit less action than we did have in our first series, that's for sure. We do have the Alistar really trying to get on in there. The Cosmic Radiance not coming down just yet. And the TP from Sohan, we were talking about this being so key. The big-time Cataclysm with the double man. Slicing Maelstrom is going to be enough, as also the Olaf goes down here, a 3-for-1 in favor of KT. And now, with the Herald, they'll look to push even more.
Yeah, they're going to raise the mid-tier 1 turret. They should be able to get another charge off onto the mid-tier 2, taking some of the damage, but Shirley is here. And you can see that they're finding Faker. They're trying to locate him. He is level 11 with blue buff. This is a pretty good time, but... Oh, Kuro has to be a little careful. Has the Sun turret. Superflex is going to delete the Taric. So, Tushin with very uncharacteristic mistake.
The turret. It did help them take it out, but we are going to break down this replay. As you can see, T1 really wanted to get in there, but it just totally broke down.
Faker teleported in initially, Riftwalk over, having to try to get onto Sohan, and just a really good Cataclysm slicing Maelstrom, as well as the Taric ultimate, and Cuz just barely managed to bring down the Kennen right there and save that. If that didn't end up happening, there would be more losses on the map. Kennen would be able to recall, get somewhere else, and as you already mentioned, Tushin never needed to die. That is going to be something that he is stuck on for this upcoming team fight. Hold on.
Okay, that's one way to do it, but the Cosmic Radiance saves him over the wall. Faker desperately trying to get in there now. He's going to eat a full bullet time, and now it's Sohan able to lock down Hana. You can see they're just slowly able to fight front to back. Everybody else on the side of T1 were just running away. That was really nice. Taric Dazzle with Kuro. Shuffle straight into the front line, had to blow Ragnarok just to get away from that one.
And 4 MR from that, so not the worst of stats, and that's just Mountain Drake #1. We take a look at this. Everett's intentions here are really good. He headbutts him into the set takes him over the cliff, but Cosmic Radiance comes out, Faker going in, and I don't know what he's thinking. There's no way he's ever going to deal damage there on the he's not big enough yet for that kind of a play to be meaningful. They turn it around, they get a kill onto set. Ragnarok ends up being cast. Problem later on if these Mountain Drakes keep getting stacked up by KT.
TP coming in, you can see T1 really want to collapse on into this one. They might just find Tucson, but the Cosmic Radiance once again, and actually it's Sohan who's in the most trouble on the right side. Tucson also going to go down with Kuro nowhere to be found, and just as now it seems like KT just say, well, we haven't taken down this turret, let's prepare for this. They're very far away from the Mountain Drake though, so I'm not sure exactly how they're going to roll over and go into that one. Looks like for now they're just going to push into the top side. So another Sun turret is going to come down here. You see Cuz is seen over the wall. Ragnarok has to be used, and now he's trapped inside that, forced to flash away.
This is a bit perplexing. They can rotate Kaisa and Set over to the Mountain Dragon, and I don't know what KT are doing. They're prioritizing top tier 2, and I really like this response right now. Out of T1, they're moving to Mountain. They're trying to capitalize on this, and it looks like KT with, I don't even know what kind of a response this is. They're trying to go for a Baron steal. Oh, there's no Blast Cone, and
yeah,
this isn't Fnatic, so
You have
Maybe.
TP coming in. Effort is just going to be burst down immediately as Set does get in the backline, but the bullet time was massive into that backline. The smite is going to be so easy for Bono as well. Aiming is just doing unbelievable.
Trade the Baron for the Mountain and then try to hold off any sort of a siege and whatnot, given all the outer turrets were already down. Effort goes in a little bit prematurely. You can see Faker and Cuz, they weren't even in position to try to do anything. So if Cuz goes in, tries to go for the steal, Faker shoves out mid lane or something like that, he falls back and does it. Set goes to bottom, kills that wave too, and then someone bounces top, pushes out the wave. You're essentially fighting against about 2 minutes worth of Baron. Given that there's no outer turrets remaining, you're not hemorrhaging that much in the goal. The Kassadin, go with the Olaf, maybe try to steal if you can with Effort before bouncing the Kassadin back top lane. Didn't end up happening. They gave over so many kills, and the Baron, it's going to be really rough. Faker, though, clapping back with the kill. On to Sohan is really big here.
Yeah, just like that, that's one big leap towards level 16 at the same time. Effort is going to be caught. Has to use that flash to get away, so no follow-up engage will come in. Quite out of position, actually. He's not going to be able to get here just yet. Now the TP's coming down.
Teleport coming in free, or, well, actually really early just to ensure that they get this. And you can see Effort, he's trying to find an opening to do some sort of a flank, but now they're rotating down towards bottom. 30 seconds only, though, on the Baron, so by the time they get it to the turret, the Baron buff will have dissipated. Or, well, maybe they think this is the best window, as 3 seconds on the Baron. Will they be able to raise the turret, actually? It does seem so.
Yeah, I think for sure. They could just push in, take the inhibitor, and you could see that the positioning with KT was also fantastic. They were able to zone out Faker from the entire fight. They're using the Dazzle. They're taking this Phalanx position once again, just trying to zone them all away. Sohan going to push forward, take that inhibitor down. And so with the Baron, they got so much value out of it.
Jarvan is just a Leviathan at this point inside of the game, and even though Kassadin can get to level 18 all he wants, when he jumps on someone, he's not going to deal damage. Olaf's not dealing damage, you already know that. And Set, I mean, he's fighting against 18% amplified armor. Yes, he deals true damage, but outside of that, he's not going to deal a whole bunch. So he's relying on Haymaker in order to do anything. Effort doesn't deal damage, and
is just protected, but now here we go. T1 is going to go for that big engage. Set able to get in the back line. Here's Faker going to be pushed away. The Cosmic Radiance helping to keep everybody alive. He's eating so much damage from that bullet time, but they are all able to survive. Effort looking for the follow-up engage. They are going to burst down Kuro. The Olaf actually doing some pretty huge damage. There's the double kill. Now they're going to have Bono as well. They are able to dog them down into the bottom lane and take out 3 members just like that.
And that was a really big victory for T1. Fight stats coming into this next team fight, and that can be really scary. MF didn't lose her Guardian Angel, however, inside of this team fight. Baron does end up going down here, aiming, just trying to pick up the drop. They want to get as much as they possibly can. Not sure when Kennen is going to have the death cap, and let's take a look at this because it was a really good team fight. Superplex in, colliding onto 3 members. Faker finding his way in onto Kuro, and again, these Mountain Dragons are doing so much at changing the HP bars on the side of KT. The bullet time barely misses being able to kill Kana as well as Faker, and then from there, Kuro tries to turn it around to do a little bit more damage, but in doing so, ends up getting caught, ends up dying a little bit faster than he probably would have anticipated. T1 dogs down the remaining members.
The gold scores very even, and I think it really is going to come down to the way that this team fight is fought. If T1 can get very slippery with the way they fought the last one and try to dog them down with picks like the Olaf, like the Kassadin, that are so good at doing exactly that, they could have a fun time. But if they group up and all get bunched up for aiming to just kill them as the Cataclysm is going to come in. You can see Bono is trying to force that situation, but in goes the set. Immediately the Cosmic Radiance is going to come in, playing very safe now is KT, looking for the knockup on a Faker. It's not going to come in, as OK effort is going to go down to the bullet time, immediately making it 5v4. But it is just that support as Faker is going to go in and he's going to be stunned and killed in the back line. That's exactly what they wanted. But look at Teddy. He's trying to chip away at them, but they are going to knock him up. There is the kill by the MF, and that should just be it with the TP coming in. KT will look to take game 2.
And KT is going to 2-0 T1 here. This is a huge upset.
Oh, it's
tonight, and no one anticipated T1 to lose tonight. And the manner in which KT won wasn't some sort of lucky stuff happening in the early stages. Snowball. It's something that's factoring into it. Gaming keeps saying Alistar. Set first.
알리 잡았어?
I got Alistar.
준영 빠지고 바텀 텔 준영이 형
Same teleport bottom.
앞에부터 나이스 와 잘했다
Wow, good job, guys.